blessed with the one, you'd be so faithful, never look at another. I'm so grateful to have you around, 'cause when I'm
Put all your thirsty ass dudes on there. Let them go.
I'm gonna wait a little bit. That way we can dive in the middle. They don't get the whole thing.
Word. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hot 410. We are on deck, yo. I have got the most beautiful lady in the land. You know what I'm saying? She is definitely a mogul of types, yo. You have so many different titles. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know you was producing out here, but
Hashtag I do everything.
Hashtag she do everything. You can take it how you want to take it. That's lit. You know what I'm saying? So we are on the warm up right now. Of course, your boy JS want to supply, and Brynie G is in the building.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So last time I had a radio personality, it was Jay Hill, and he told me about his very interesting past that included a very interesting mix of education and perseverance and violence and craziness. But you are different, yo. You came into the game differently. I think your whole approach to things is completely different. Now, I do know you, but for the world that don't know Brynie G, like, how did you get into the media game? Like, what drove you to go, this is where I want to go?
It's really funny because I was actually on the other side of it. I was a special guest on a show called, oh my gosh, I think it was FM 101 for like Fashion Music 101. It was hosted by Stephen Wise and Giovanni on WPB Network. Yes.
You, for real? They had you on there? They had them cakes up there? Okay.
And this was when I was just modeling. So when I was on with two other models, and the topic was trying to date and being a model.
Word.
And I was just having fun. I always liked to talk a lot since I was a kid. And then when G had branched off into her own show, I had came up and did that one day. Then they was having like a Christmas episode, and I just dropped by, like I just wanted to talk some more. And so then I happened to talk to her like about how I was enjoying it, and I thought I might want to like branch off into it. So she had introduced me to April Watts, who at the time was running WPB, and she had asked me, April had actually asked me like if I had a show, what would it be about? I had never actually sat down and thought about it or planned it, but in that actual moment when she asked me that, the Industry Weekly came out.
Word.
And I had never actually sat down and thought about, if I was to really do a show, what would I do? What would I talk about? None of that. But it just came. So I knew that like it was meant to be.
Word.
But I didn't even start the show there. I started the show on Crown. I don't even remember how I got to Crown. I believe that Joe Dollars, I think that Joe hit me up because he was starting a show called Small Talk Radio that was going to be a part of there.
Right.
So he linked me to somebody who was supposed to be an executive producer for me. To this day, they call themselves like my first executive producer, and I hate to do it, but I'm gonna throw a shot because
no shot.
in the definition of executive producer is somebody who's creating content. They have control. Their hand is in it, and they're doing stuff to make stuff run.
Right.
Nobody ever helped me with anything. From show one, every guest of mine I picked, I hit them up. I planned out every show, every question that I asked, every flyer. Like
Brynie G is obsessive about details.
Yeah, like
yo, she used to come to the studio and have a book full of just printed out. Like, I got this, I got that, I got this.
Yeah.
You are definitely a planner. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
fine.
I just wanted to co-sign that. Like, yeah, you definitely a planner and executor.
I just had to throw that out there because to this day, like, when they hit me up, and then I say to my phone, and then I say, who is this? They'll be like, oh, it was your first producer. I was your executive producer. I see how you doing. And it's like, I think I did talk to you to get to the people at Crown, but let's be clear that when it came down to the planning and actual show prep, you were never there. They actually came for one show, because they were also a part of executive producing. They were talking about bringing the cameras, and then like they had their own website they were doing, so filming and taking pictures while I was doing a show, putting it up to the their website. They only came out to my show one time, and that show was he had been bothering me the whole time. Like, I think you should have Buffy the Beauty on. You should have Buffy the Beauty on. I never had an issue with having Buffy on, but how I first started my show, I would have like 2 or 3 guests at a time, or sometimes 4. And I wanted all of my guests to be the same type of avenue, so we all talking together. So I'm like, I'm not gonna throw, like, my first episode I had comedians on. I had Vontae, Smooth, Cool Ant, and he was like, throw Buffy in there. Buffy's not a comedian. I definitely am gonna interview her, but this is not the time for her. Like, it has to make sense.
Right.
So then the episode that I did, the models, I featured Buffy, Q Rose, Morgan Nicole, and I feel like it was somebody else. And I cannot remember who that other one was, and I feel so bad that I can't remember who it was. Like, actually, I think it was only them 3. I think Raven popped in later on in the show when she had a seat, so it was only them 3. So when I had her on, it made sense. So when I had her on was the day that they came, and then they brought the cameras, because Buffy had that name and that following. You wanted to make sure that you got her footage to put it on your website to bring that attraction. And for me, that's when I really fell out with the idea of them. If you're going to be a part of this and support, be a part of my team, then you be here for it all, not just when it benefits you.
Of course. Of course.
But yeah, that's that.
And then you left Crown. Then you was with VVC for a while.
Yes, I went everywhere. Now I got to go live for this one.
So, like, I never forget.
Hot too.
For real?
Yeah, it's probably the wig. And the lights, too.
Right. It's so normal
hot,
in
really.
here. Like, I don't even have the heat on, for real. It's just,
hot.
I guess it might be the lights. With
I'm excited. It's my adrenaline.
Okay, cool.
Too.
I'm glad you pumped. I'm pumped too. Like, it's so good to have you. So I see, like, you came. It wasn't like she just dropped in out of the same. We just kept seeing each other, and Raven was in love with you. Like, well, she always in love with you, but she was like, "Yo, Jay, like, we gotta get Brynie. Like, she's white hot. Like Industry Weekly is killing." And I really wasn't familiar, but as she like put me onto your page and stuff, I started looking. I was like, "Hell yeah!" Like, she would be lit for the station or whatever, because we always need, like, in my mind, I always looked at VVC as like, all right, Raven and them was the face. I was cool with that. And then, like, you know, I was like, we needed like a dope ass follow up, kind of like 1-2 punch. So like, they was the 1 and you was the 2 punch. That was my imagination of how it would work.
Bang, bang.
Right. And then we was the drunk old niggas that was going, you know what I mean? Like, yo, we just make sure the place stay clean and we do Aries Lounge and ain't nobody give a fuck. And it was cool. Like, that's the way I wanted it. So like, when we brought you over, it was just such a nice atmosphere. And it was just a lot of great energy. You know what I'm saying? But I think with so much going on and so many changes and evolution at the same time, because I don't think people really understand how busy it was for us.
Yeah.
When we all came together, it was just so much going on, and then I was adding on so much stuff, and it was just hard to maintain everything. So, like, you know, we had our little things, you know what I mean? We fell out, and then I think you moved on to bigger and better things, and then Raven and them moved on, and then, but I really am proud of how far you've come and how much you've developed and grown, like, and the platform is so dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've done crazy events. Like, you know what I mean? Now you're doing 5 days a week, Brynie G. Like,
I know.
With Claxton.
And it's crazy because I never thought that I really would. Like, when I had left VVC and I went back to Crown and I started doing the Industry Weekly 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that was kind of like killing me. And then I was kind of like, I don't know how I'd be able to do, like, if I would ever be able to get to like a 5 day. Because I think at that point was when Raven and them, the Love the Culture, they was coming back out for a new season and they was supposed to be going 5 days. And I was just kind of looking like, how they going to do that? Like, that's a lot.
It was a lot for them too. It was crazy.
But I think that the me now versus the me then, when you kind of work for something, and at first, like, you doing it on your own, you putting all the work in and stuff like that, and it's like you kind of feel like you getting the recognition for it, but you kind of don't really see it unless it's being beaten over your head.
Right.
And so then when you kind of get to the other side, and it's kind of like, I don't even know, but it was just like nothing was going to stop me from doing 5 days a week. Not, I mean, I'm going to throw a shout at myself. I don't make it every 5 days, you know, because I do got a full-time job and other stuff going on. I'd be tired some days, but I try to get in there at least 4 out of the 5.
Word. So, like, what do you feel like is the biggest change you've seen in yourself since starting? Like, what do you feel like you're really great at now that you was like, man, I sucked at this before, but now I know I got it. Eyes closed, no problem.
Coming off the top of my head. Now, I get all right, when it's a lot of pressure on me, I get nervous. So I've always been good with learning how to, like, engineer and run the board. I did that at Crown, did it at VVC, did it at 1500. But, like, being inside of dtlr, like, it's just different. And it's like, I just know that, I mean, I knew I had people listening to me before, but it's like, I know it's so many, if I fuck up, this is 300 plus stores in 20 different states. Everybody is like listening right now. And it don't matter. I've been there for almost a year now. It don't even matter. Every time I get behind the board, when I have to run the board, I get real nervous. And when I see it, the song counting down, like, oh my God, this instrumental getting ready to come up, like, I get really nervous. It still happens, but I feel like now I'm learning how to balance that better, where I can put it to the back of my head and it's already focused. Because when I'm in there, I got to hit this to do this, then go to this computer, move it to there, then move this, then move this dial up. And it's just like, all while I have to talk through it. Y'all don't know what I'm going through and dealing with, but that's why I feel like I make it sound better than what it actually looks. I'm better at that now.
Right, that's what's up. Because that was something that y'all used to be crashing and burning on all of the time.
Yes.
I'd be like, yo, get it together. Then I used to be like, yo, y'all shouldn't get drunk before the show. Like, y'all should just chill, like, be focused. I was like, I can tell y'all, get it. Oh, Jay, we got this. I'm like, all right, my nigga, do what you should do.
Man.
Well, yo, that's real. I'm so happy you brought that up, like, because it's not easy. Like, engineering on a professional level and trying, like you said, trying to keep that conversation flow going. Yeah. And they ask you questions, and you trying to answer the questions, and oh shit, I gotta put this song up, or I gotta make sure this commercial's ready to go, or yo, the volume level's right. I don't want to have the music down too far. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hit it at the right time.
You gotta hit everything at the right time, and then that transition talk. So like, it's like, oh, we'll be right back and play the music and have the music going while you talking, and then turn. It's like, it's a lot, yo. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's great. So what have you learned from being in the DTLR system that's kind of helped you on your independent building of Industry Weekly?
Well, number one, I have definitely learned this about myself, that I am someone that, as much as give y'all a truth moment, I smoke weed. I like to be high. It calms me down. It relaxes me. And it's just a thing that when I don't have nothing to do, it gives me something to do. But I used to could do that. Well, not even I could do it, because now I realize now that I can't. But I used to, before my show, to me, that would make sense. I'm going to smoke a little bit before I do my show. It's going to relax me. Bitch. Like, it relaxed me too much. Right. I'll watch myself, like, on camera. Like, I'll bring my camera into the station sometimes with me, set it up, and I'll just be watching the show the whole time while we talking. Like, Jay could be talking, and I'm just like this.
You stuck.
I'm stuck.
You in La La Land.
Right. Or like, it'll be a time where in the beginning, like, I was leaning on him. Like, you let me know when it's time for me to talk, and, you know, I'm just following you. So it's times where in the studio, he got a lot to do. When he getting ready to mix, he got to set it up. Brent, I need you run right. I need you do this break for me right quick. And I'm just kind of like, I can't come off the top of my head now because I got this thing slowing me down because I'm high as shit right now. So that definitely made me learn that, to the point where, you know, I still smoke, but instead of doing it before the show, I'm going to wait till the end of the night. And when I get home, then whatever.
There you go. Put your feet up. It's your reward. Like, I did a good day, and I'm going to sit down and, light this motherfucker up. Like, I get drunk the moment I get in the house. I sit on my couch in there and get fucking wasted. Yes. But I do not do it during the day. So what is it like? This is a special question. What is it like working with Jay Claxton?
Oh my gosh, for real, honestly, it's awesome.
Really?
It's awesome. And I say that because I'm somebody who, I have gravitated to wanting people around me who will be 100% completely honest with me. Like, don't sugarcoat for me. Tell me what I need to know and what I need to work on, the way I can do it and get better. And Jay, for me, he is that. It's some stuff like that be happening in my life with certain people, and I don't even got to tell him about it. But, like, he could meet somebody, and then we'll have a conversation, and he'll just be like, yeah, that energy it just ain't feel right to me. And then like a week or so later, I'll be going through hell and high water with this person. And then like he be telling me, like, you gotta watch your circle, and people that you keep close to you, like, you begin to feed off of them. And then when they all, no, I don't feel like doing this, and I'll be like, no, I know I got this booking, but I ain't gonna go. I'm gonna hang out, you know.
Hell no.
And I've really kind of like got off my game with that. But being around Jay, like, we definitely had him one-on-one real talks, them positive talks. He definitely keeps it 1,000% real with me, whether I want to hear it or not. Like
Word.
some days we in the studio, we going back and forth because I don't want to hear what he got to say, but he gonna tell it to me anyway. So I definitely appreciate that because at the end of the day, he don't want nothing else but then to see me grow.
Right.
So I fuck with that.
Word. Like his story is so phenomenal.
Yes.
I've been trying to sit down with him for like a year and a half. Claxton, stop bluffing. Yo, are you texting him and texting him and texting him? I got you, bro, I got you. I be like, I'm tired of you getting me, dog. Get here, like, you know. But anyway, I'm just messing with him. But it's I think y'all are a good combination. Light skinned niggas unite. You know what I mean? You light skin, he light skin. It just works out
light
better.
Brown.
You know what I mean? Oh, light brown.
I'm
Is
light
that what
brown.
you're doing now? Is that what we're doing? Okay, all right. I'm with you on that.
Caramel mocha.
Now that you kind of like up there, all right, what was the thing that you thought, like, well, once I get up in this space, it's going to be different? Like, I'm going to be, what kind of was a misconception you had that you thought was going to happen and be real that ended up not happening at all?
Well, I mean, I honestly felt like once I get to a platform like dtlr, like 92Q, like that's just it. Like you just lit, you on, everything comes after that, and it really don't. Your work don't stop. You still have to work at that point 10 times harder. You got to make sure that what you got you keeping. And how I ended up with dtlr, nobody came DMing me or knocking on my door like, hey, I see you doing so good and we want you. I happened to, on my own, I was studying, watching where I wanted to be at, and I had noticed that with the franchise movement show, it was kind of a pattern as far as his co-hosts. He would have co-hosts and they would be gone, or then he would have a new one, then they'd be gone, then he'd be by himself a little bit, then he had somebody new. So after I noticed that, and I had noticed that his last co-host that he had was Ty, then actually no, then he had Deja, but I didn't see Deja no more in none of the pictures.
Right.
So I was at my full-time job that I fucking hated. I was dying there. And one day I just DM'd him. And I said that, like, I noticed that, you know, you're padding on the coast. I said, I don't know if that's your thing. Like, you don't like people being around too long. But if the opportunity ever presents itself, like, you know, I do radio. I've been doing radio for, like, 2 years. I would love to get in and, like, learn. I never thought he was going to write me back. Never thought he was going to answer me back. And he wrote me, like, right back. And he was like, I'm getting ready to go and do this mix. He was at Q. He said, so when I'm done, I'm going to hit you right back. Didn't think he was going to write me back the second time. And then he did. And then he was like, you know, sent me the address and was like, no, first, before he wrote me back, he did his research. Like, 'cause at that point was when Raven had got picked up. So she was around the studio doing her, like, training. So he went through my page. And he saw some pictures with me and Raven. So he had pulled Raven up and asked her about me. I love my Raven. So she gave me like a good little review or whatever. So then he hit me back and he was like, yeah, I did my research on you. So he sent me the address and was like, I want you to come. You can come a couple days out the week and we'll just see how it go. And that was like after my birthday. Like, so literally after my birthday of 28th last year, like I just felt like on my birthday, like this year is about to be something different. And then that happened. So it's supposed to be a couple days out the week just to see how the fit went. And I came in there like on a Monday, and I've literally been there ever since.
That's so hard. That's so hard. I love that. That's what niggas, that's the dream.
Right.
There's a lot of people like, yo, I'm going to DM somebody and they going to put me on and I'll be in there. But I don't want people to get it twisted. Like, 3 years of straight up, you grinding, like, doing radio like crazy, mad shows. Man, countless co-hosts.
Right. Yes. Oh, my God.
And I think that's the learning factor, too. So you walking in, so you understand his stress.
Right.
Because you ran a show. So you know the importance of, like, the role that you need to play as a co-host.
Right.
I think that's so important. So, like, you running your own operation and then being humble enough to be like, yo, I'll co-host for you. I think that's big of you. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you just stepping up, like, and it becoming what it is. And, like, I see you everywhere. So, like, every time I'm out, you out. You know what I'm saying? We always in the same rooms. Well, you in more rooms than I am because I don't have that much energy anymore. You know what I mean? But you got it now. You got it, my G. So, what else? Was there anything else that was, like, any misconceptions that she was...
Oh, yeah, like the whole, oh my gosh, right? This part, like the money part. The money part, oh my gosh. So before, when you
don't tell me you thought she was about to get $100,000 a year.
I didn't think it was going to be
radio
that.
personality,
I didn't think I was going to be that. But, you know, when you're doing it on your own, independent wise, you paying for your show.
Correct.
So I'm thinking, okay, when I finally get picked up to a network, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna get some money. Not knowing that, again, as I'm learning, once you get there, now you just gotta work even harder than you've been working before. Now you in a good platform, you in a great space, but you have to prove yourself. I have to show y'all why I should be here, why I deserve to be here, and why y'all gonna keep me around. And then it's like, I actually, when I won the competition, the QJ for a day with 92Q.
I remember that.
So I got to go on Kelson's show for one day.
What was it like being with Kelson for a day?
It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun.
Kelson lit.
Yeah, but what I really liked is everybody else's energy around. Like, nobody else was scared to talk to you and tell you their stories. Like, Pork Chop was talking to me, and he was like, yeah, it took me like X amount of years. Like, I was just coming to events that they was having and just showing that, like, I supported them. Then I guess they brung him on. Then it was still like a little while before he got, like, his feet wet on, So you really have, it's work. It's not like you walk in here, somebody's like, oh, great, you on, and now, boom, you got it. And you really got to work. And it's like, even though I'm here Monday through Friday, don't get it twisted. Like, I get paid for some things now, finally. It took a while for that to happen. But before, I was coming in here Monday through Friday just off of my passion of me wanting to do this and wanting to become better and learn more of it. Like, I wasn't getting $1. It wasn't until, like, I actually stepped up and I took it upon myself to learn how to do other stuff, to learn how to engineer, so that when Jay was out for a day, they didn't have to call another person in to run the show and me be their co-host. Right. Now, when Jay can't do it, I run the whole show. So, it's just little stuff. It's little stuff. But I'm glad to be there. I'm excited. I'm learning every day, and I like that.
Word.
I've grown. I've learned, again, from the co-host side, I've learned about now how it feels to be a co-host. And it's like, maybe I shouldn't be, wilding people, like, You shouldn't. Because I have anybody been around me? No, I hate that. But, like, I can have, like, a bad attitude and hard to work with. But I've grown. I've learned from it. I can happily say I'm not that same bitch that I was.
You're not.
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
I mean, that was a time, I feel like... Y'all were young. Yeah. Y'all was young. Like, when did I meet you? You were 23 or 24 or something like that?
I don't know.
So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
right.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, it's been a while. Like, and that's the thing. I mean, I had to keep reminding myself so I wouldn't shoot y'all motherfuckers. But, you know what I mean? Like, y'all were going through the learning process. Right. And becoming an entrepreneur when you not surrounded by entrepreneurs, it's tough. Right. You know what I mean? And I tell people there's a difference. Like, my dad is a hustler and a businessman, but that's not meaning he's not an entrepreneur and a businessman. So, like, his way is a hustle. Like, just get the money so we can pay the bills. Like, a business person has got a plan. You know what I'm saying? And they execute the plan, and they have rules and regulations of how they do stuff. Hustlers is going to curse you out if you ain't got their money, and, they might shoot at you or whatever. So, like, it's a different mentality. So, like, you are transitioning from being a hustler to being an entrepreneur. Like,
yes, I like the way you put that.
You feel me? Like, it's a learning thing. You know what I mean? In the corporate world, you can't just curse people out now.
I know.
They might come with a lawsuit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you in the streets, it's totally cool. Right. But as you grow and you realize, and then also the other part is, that when you're trying to build a team, you can't tear people down. You got to build them up. Right. You know what I mean? So, like, you could criticize or you can require people to do things, but you have to find a way to do it that's in a positive way. Right. That's a hard thing to learn, especially coming up. We was all raised ignorant. So, like, I was raised ignorant. I know you was raised ignorant. We was both raised ignorant. So, it's a new thing. So, 5 years from now, where's Brynie G at? Like, what's the plan? Like, you ain't got to give us all the details or the whole roadmap, but
5 years from now, just look out for me. Every TV station that you turn to. Okay. Any big award events. I'm talking about Golden Globes, Oscars, Grammys. I'm trying to be on the red carpet.
Brynie G trying to act
interviewing. No, I'm trying to interview everybody that's walking by.
Got you.
I still love being behind the mic.
Really?
I find that, and where it comes from, my hashtag, I do everything. Like last year, 2018, I quit my job in May. And from May to October, I didn't have no job. I was only getting money off of when I would bartend here and there, because then I cut somebody out at the job I was bartending at, so then I couldn't work there no more. So the money that I had banging in every weekend, it like stopped. Like, May of 2018 was a very tough time for me, but it was also an eye-opener and a learning process. I I had moved. I've always been over west in the county, and then I moved over east. Before I had a 1-bedroom apartment. I was looking out for a friend, so went to the 2-bedroom thing in the city. About to be paying almost $1,000 for a 2-bedroom.
Jesus Christ!
I'm like, I had a full-time job, but I quit it because I knew like me and you were gonna be going half pretty much. Well, it wasn't half. I was still going the arrangement that I made. I was still gonna be paying more because I knew her situation, but I was only gonna be having to kick out like $500 a month. And this when I was bartending heavy. I'm like, what? I make that in one night at the club, and I'm working 3 nights a week. I come to my full-time job on Monday, like, yo, I just made $1,000 over the weekend. Like, why am I here? And then when I quit my job and then moved, all that shit like fell. All that shit, like she was gone. Me and her could not see eye to eye over things that I thought was regular living arrangements. It ended up fucking up me and her friendship. To this day, me and her are not friends. However, I would not trade it because I learned so much through that experience about myself, about her, but this just life, period.
Word.
And everything really is a domino effect.
That's what life is about, man. Life is all about learning shit, and I'm happy that you came out. I pray to God you came out of it with the right lessons and not the wrong lessons. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just
it took a while to get to the right lesson, but
number one lesson: can't help nobody till you help yourself.
Ooh,
you can't help nobody, and meaning that you should have had money in the bank, and it shouldn't have mattered whether they could put money in or not.
Right.
It should have been a scenario where it don't matter. Like I got a homeboy, he stay with me. I ain't get no 2-bedroom. I kept this 1-bedroom because I know if his bum ass can't pay, I can pay for it all by myself. And when he has ass get the fuck out and get his own space, then you get the fuck out and get your own space. If you ain't comfortable sleeping on the couch, well, that ain't my problem.
Right.
You the one that's got to deal with it. Like, if you try to sleep on the couch, guess what? Work a couple more hours.
Right.
Get yourself together and get you out. But until then, you going to have a roof. You going to eat. And you ain't got to worry about nobody running up here and stealing your shit. That's the only thing you need to worry about until you get on your own feet. So anyway, I ain't trying to get too far deep because we done all had niggas around. So, you know, niggas be fucking shit up. But that's a part of evolving.
Yes.
Keeping people from around you, negative people. All right, so what advice can you give young people, or any people, whether they old or young? Like, what knowledge can you give to them if they want to get started in radio? What are the important things?
Just start. Like now, like no matter how old you are, just start.
She ain't lying.
Right.
That is a fact. I say this all the time. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me
shut
up.
Like,
Let me shut
real.
up. You out here speaking the truth. Go ahead.
Even if it's something as little as getting you a notebook and a pen to just start putting your ideas down to try to even figure out what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Never be afraid to be broad and touch every avenue. You don't have to box yourself in and think that all I can do is interview music artists and entertainers. Like facts. You can do. I did a show about sex, love, and relationships. Even though I don't really get none on a regular basis. These are all lies. We all definitely not a lie.
She's 7 days a week. Her DMs is full. Let's not. They
full, but they
guys
don't get
and
answered.
Girls.
They don't get answered. Okay, they do not get answered. Okay,
DMs don't get answered.
Now I get really tired of people like trying to shoot their shot in my DM.
You do have a lot of attractive and alluring photos on your Instagram, Brynie.
That is very true. But
you out here with the God-given blessings. You know what I mean? Now you got less blessings than you used to because you lost a whole lot of weight.
Yes.
There used to be way more blessings for us out here, for us guys, and now you done lost.
And that was stress over these last 2 years.
For real?
Yeah, I gave it to stress because I can't look back. I didn't get in the gym. I didn't change my eating habits. I did switch one thing. I drink a whole lot of water now. No, I used to be a soda and juice girl because I'd be like, water don't taste like nothing. Right. But now, like I've learned, like when I be real thirsty, that juice and soda, it do not help me at all.
None at all.
So wherever I go, like I went out with somebody for real. I was talking to somebody before, and like he would really catch an attitude. When we go out, I'd be like, what you want to drink? Water. I ain't paying for you to get no water. Water's free. Like, well, whatever. I'll get me a cup of water, but I want water. I don't want no soda. I don't want no juice. All this sugar. I want water. And that's like pretty much what I drink the most of all day long is water.
Yeah, you need to cut that nigga out your life. So anyway.
Oh, that was like years. I don't even know how long ago that was.
Anytime somebody fuss at you because you want water, like
that was like 4 niggas ago.
She said that was 4 niggas ago. Oh my God. Okay, okay.
But I don't remember.
Oh.
He just didn't matter. That's the whole point.
Oh, my
no
God.
God matters at this point to me. What matters to me is me and my goals.
Word. That's lit. All right, now, all right. Can I ask a personal question? Since we already in that area.
Let's ask
Since
him.
we
Go ahead.
I want. What do you feel like you doing wrong if it's so many? Why? Or have you had like a really great relationship and the nigga just moved for work or some shit like that?
No,
So,
I haven't.
Okay. So
But-
what do you feel like is been the issue?
What I feel like I'm doing wrong is not what I'm doing wrong. I feel like it's what I'm doing right. And I just feel like, honestly, it's just not the time right now for me. I feel like God has bigger plans for me and that I need to focus and not be worried about a dude or whatever. He's like, I got something else for you that you need right now, and that's going to come later. I find that everybody that I be trying to talk to, it just don't be working out. Not to say that, like, I have a lot of standards, as I should. But I just feel like at this point in my life, I'm not really willing to settle for anything. It's been in my past where I might feel a certain type of way about somebody I'm talking to or the way a relationship is going. I might bite my tongue because I'm just like, whatever. Maybe everybody argue, or I just feel like I like somebody being around me, and I don't really always have that energy around me, somebody intimate. Like, so I want to keep this, but it's like, for what sacrifice? I'm mad all the time. Every time I see you, it's just like, ugh. Just so that, you could be here. And I'm just now climbing out of my 20s. I'm not willing to settle for that no more. I know I want more. It might not be right around the corner, but eventually I'm going to get there. So in the meantime, I'm going to distract my mind because I know that right now all I keep running into is these ain't shit ass niggas, and I don't want these ain't shit ass niggas. So I need to distract my mind right now to keep them off of ain't shit niggas so that when a man comes into my life, it's a man. You get that? Not an ancient nigga. It's a man. And I could, do something with that. And I got a lot of love to give. So I don't want to be, wasting it out here.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, so I say, like I said the other day, I was on a date about 3 days ago.
Okay.
And she, like, we was chilling and we was having conversation, but she kept like stops. Like, she would start to say something and then stop. Mm-hmm. And then I'll be like, yo, she did it like 4 times. And I was like, yo, why you keep stop? If you gonna say something, just say something. Like,
right.
Regardless of, how it may sound or whatever. In my mind, I felt like a lot of women get intimidated because of the fact that I speak properly. And when I'm not dressed like a bum, I dress really nice. Mm-hmm. And then so like when I'm taking somebody else, and when I'm taking somebody out, I conduct myself a certain way. So some women get intimidated by that. So like, say if you got a little ratchet in you, you'll be like, I'm trying to suppress the ratchet because he's prim and proper.
I'm not trying to be period.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But I was trying to tell her, I say, yo, be yourself. Like, I can be ignorant. I said I'm just not being right now because I'm chilling and I'm tired. Like, the more tired I am, the more prim and proper I am. Especially if I'm out in public. Like, I feel like I have to portray myself a certain way. Like, just the way it is. I said, but if we in a car or we even out in the public, yo, say what you got to say.
Right.
Like, if you feel like you want to say something ghetto, or if you angry at me, if you can't express yourself and I not be able to accept it, we don't need to be together.
Right.
For real. We don't need to date. Yo, I need to be able to accept whatever you're giving up. Now, let it not be abusive. I'm not saying you just come with a baseball bat, like, accept this, nigga, boom. But, you know what I mean? Like, if you have an emotion or something you want to express, I need to be able to handle that and reciprocate appropriately. So, like, and that was, like, such a big moment for her. She was like, yo, for real, that's crazy. That's funny. She just texted me. So, like, that I feel like that's real. I need that. Like, as a man, I need to know what's on your mind, how you moving, so that way I can make a judgment on whether this works or doesn't. Mm-hmm. Or I can make sure that you're taken care of. Like, if you don't express yourself, how can I attend to a person's needs if I don't know? Yeah. I keep trying to tell men are not like magicians.
They are not mind readers.
No, we're not.
They are extremely dumb.
We are
offense.
so dumb. No. I am an idiot,
you gotta write it out for them sometimes.
You got it, yo.
There's nothing wrong
You're
with
a fucking genius out here, my nigga. Niggas are dumb, and we know this, man. Just accept it and let us live in our space, for real. I see them in there, they probably mad, but they'll get over it in your little chat or whatever. In your chat, they like, oh, don't why you this fucking nigga telling them stupid. Nah, y'all niggas stupid as a bitch.
Yeah, y'all.
Stupid
I ain't gonna say that, y'all stupid.
But the good ones, I tell people, like, the smarter you are, the more you realize you don't know. So you humble yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The other part is when you approaching a woman and you are attempting to build something with that person, it's a whole lot of, you just present the best of who you are. Then that person either going to accept it or not.
Right.
Boom. And at the end of the day, I tell people, when you're out on a date, it's all about having fun. It's not about getting married.
Yeah.
I'm out here to have fun. I hate dates where everything is like an interrogation. Who are you? Where are you from? What's your social security number? How many jobs have you ever had?
Color?
You know what I'm saying? Where are you living? Are you living on the west side? What's your apartment look like? How many, what's the thread count on your bed? And you be like, what the fuck, nigga? Like,
what is SDR? What are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals?
Right. What's your 401k like? Well, you be like, this is the first date. Like,
is this an interview or what?
It isn't. Like, for some people, it'd be an interview for real. Like, yo, I said.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I interview people.
But there's a way you interview people. You gotta do it smooth.
I don't even.
You gotta do it in
no
conversation. You gotta like boom, like because the most important thing is not about what they're gonna say. It's about how they handle themselves. I tell women this all the time. Like the best thing for you to do is just watch niggas while they moving around, how they talk to people, like how they interact with people, like what they do for you without saying. Like if a dude gonna open the door for you, you mean like okay, so he's attentive at least,
right?
Okay, is he asking you what you want to eat? Is he actually going to make it happen? So if you do say, I like Chinese, is he going to find a decent Chinese place or are you going to take you to the little corner spot? Like, those are the things that you don't have to ask about. You don't need to ask a guy, are you caring? You know he's caring if he's reaching out to you to be like, yo, how was your day, yo? Are you all right? Like, and you say, man, I had a bad day. And he says, what happened? Like, is there something I could do? Like,
he care.
You gotta care. I mean, like if a nigga care. Like, you wanna know why? Cause you be like wanting to make sure she good. Because if she ain't good, you ain't good. That's how you know you kind of got it for somebody. Like, you
Where
know.
He at? Where is he at?
You so silly. Yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put. Come on, think about it. You the same way. Like, if you meet a guy and you start liking him, you gonna be like, wow, what's wrong, babe? Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, but
you need some chicken noodle soup. What's going on? Oh, he need to be good because I ain't
make
good.
Sure you good.
Right.
If there's something I can do for you, I'm going to make sure I try to do it.
Right. And I mean, and the other part is, you don't want somebody that's so self-consumed. I think like a lot of women really be falling in love with these niggas that are very self-involved.
Yeah.
So they be like, damn, he's so cool and he's so independent and he's so fly. He's this and that. But like, notice how there's no other people in his life that he's making time for. I mean, except for like your mama, which you know what I mean.
Right.
But like, if you see him treat his friends like shit, damn, he ain't finna treat you that much better. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta keep an eye out. That's why I say a lot of things don't need to be verbalized. A lot of stuff is just watching. You know what I mean? Like to me, this is kind of stupid, but to me, phones don't have that much of a value. If we dating, I'll give you my phone. Hey, nigga, well, go ahead, call this person, do that. And if you feel like going through the phone while you at it, you go right ahead. You gonna see all the little
shit,
all of my little Instagram. And I'm gonna tell you, look, I'm following all these chicks on my Instagram. I follow Brynie G because them butt cheeks is on there.
Hey, yo,
and she be out here living, like, and she's an inspiration. So not only are you a stimuli, but you're an inspiration all at the same time. But like, yo, that's what. But I'm a man. Shouldn't that be expected?
No, it should not be.
Are you fucking
As
serious,
a man,
Brynie?
you should know how to control with your eyes. You know.
So I was about to say, Brynie, you are out of your mind. Like for real, you want a dude to be sitting around here looking at the ground?
Yeah. Look me in my eyes when you talking to me.
I can look at you in the eyes when you talk to you, but after we finish talking and a booty walk by, I'm gonna be like, yo, babe, look, ass.
Oh, like somebody else butt walk by.
Yeah, like a girl butt walk by.
Yeah. I'll look at the butt with him.
Like we sitting on the couch, we watching TV. Ain't nothing special on, but we watching TV. Yo, look at this on the look at Should we follow? You know what I'm saying? Like,
should we follow?
Should we follow? What's up? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, let me be a man, because I'm going to let you be a woman. If you see a big dick in some sweatpants or something, like, yo, yeah, that's way bigger than mine, babe.
I'll be searching for dicks in sweatpants.
Big titties, or whatever, that might be your thing. I don't know. You like big booties, too? I don't know. I don't know what Brynie G's preference is with men and women. I don't know. Like,
I'm hot, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, should I end this? Was that the sign to end the interview?
No.
Oh, it's time to be going.
No, I'm just hot.
It's too much.
Just hot.
Okay, cool.
It's cool.
You got a preference?
It's cool. No. I do have a preference. I want a man that's a man that's a man that's a man.
I've only known. Like,
I don't want no. What I mean by that is I don't want no man. I want a grown man. Like, I keep coming in contact with little boys.
You don't want a grown man.
No, I wouldn't.
You don't want a grown man.
When I say grown man, I don't mean like I want like no 50-year-old man.
No,
I'm just
not
saying
even that.
like
You don't even want my age. You don't want that.
I want a man that's
You want
he's a man. He's developed
you want
into a man.
Yeah, you don't
but
want
I don't want to deal with nobody who out here acting like no little ass boy.
Word.
Who their goals at the end of the day is to sit on the block and chase after sales and run around. Cool. Oh, I got this gun and I got this, and to me, like, maybe 6 years ago, Bren would have been like, oh my God, he got
so
money
lit.
and he's so lit. Like, oh my God, he sells drugs. Like, what? Me now, I don't got time for that. If you out here trying to sell drugs, be on the street, you can miss me with that. You could be gone, because I'm so sorry. But if you go to jail, I'm not waiting for you.
That's a fact.
I'm not waiting for you.
That's a fact.
I didn't mess with somebody who been down that road. I'm not having no police coming to my job trying to ask me questions about you.
That happened before?
Yes.
For real?
Yes. I will never, ever, ever put myself in that position again.
Damn.
So this is why now the adult me, when I'm meeting guys, oh yeah, I interviewed you. I asked you them questions like, and even though we laughed about it, but what are your goals for real? Because if your goal is you don't have none, that's a problem.
Right.
Or if I never even thought about that. Why haven't you thought about that? You're almost 30, or you are 30. Why don't you have any goals for yourself?
Yeah, somebody that's over 25, 26, and they say, like, yo, I ain't thought about that. In my mind, I'm like, the date is over, but I'm going to keep smiling, and we're going to keep having a conversation because it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
I already know what I offer, what I bring to the table, so I need that. Meet me halfway. At this point, anybody that, especially of the opposite sex or same sex, whatever, anybody who I'm encountering that I'm trying to like develop something with, the whole goal is to develop something and to build for the future. And if your mind is not on that, then you can miss me and you can go to the next one, because I'm not with that.
Facts. Yeah, I feel you. It is complicated sometimes.
Hair flip.
That's why you always got. That's why I always try to date people that got their own things going, man. Like, when I meet them and I'm like, yo, what do you do? And it ain't like, oh yeah, I'm a nail tech or something like that. I'm like, all right, tell me you own the nail salon, or I'm a little bougie
even if you're just a nail tech. What's your plan that you got for being a nail tech?
Oh yeah, we at two different stages now. We at two different stages because I'm about to be 40 and she's about to be 30. So yeah, she can be a nail tech on her end. It's got the bitch got to own the nail bar when she fucking with me. Like, look, you had that whole 10 years to get it together. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was saying this the other night too. You gotta have your own friends. I feel like a woman should have her own friends. If she don't have friends, I can't date her. A woman that lives in isolation without friends is fucking insane. Back. Not even just being on your back, but they can't process information properly. Because you need somebody to bounce your craziness off of.
But not necessarily, because a lot of times it's them friends that you bouncing your stories off of that be.
And then it's the type of friends. Correct. Because if they all crackheads and they all idiots and they all, like, all of your female friends got 6 kids apiece, you know what I mean? You just the one that just hasn't gotten pregnant yet. Like, nah, right. I ain't rocking with you, because they gonna be like, yeah, he can hit. Just tell him to pull out. Like, no.
Just tell him to pull out.
Yeah, just tell him to pull out, baby. Like, nah, that's not good. Yo. Like, she got 6 kids. Like, we see how good she was at telling people to pull out, but
right.
Facts. So anyway, we done gone way off the reserve, but I always have fun when you around. So like, it was cool to chop it up and put you on a hot seat real quick. You handle it
literally the hot seat.
You handled it like a professional. You know what I mean? You. So anything else you want to put out there? Any events? Do we have a industry weekly concert or
no? Like I don't have it. I don't have any set events planned right now, right?
She thought about it. Was
right,
like, wait a minute, let me stop.
I have a lot of plans that are in the making, but they haven't been fully executed yet. Mm-hmm. For 2019, before I kept doing events like kind of like on my own, like I wasn't teaming up with people. But moving forward, I want to work with different, brands and companies, so that way we can put all of us into an event and make it bigger, and do better. But I have a lingerie boutique that I'm relaunching February the 1st.
Hello.
So all my ladies that like to get sexy, my fellas, if you want your girl to look sexy, again, February 1st. And the shipping is only 3 to 5 days, so it's just in time for Valentine's Day. So ladies, if you're trying look good for your man, because like they say, all that women give men for Valentine's Day is sex. So at least look good while you try and do it.
So do you agree with that? Do you feel like that's okay? Like, you know,
I definitely do not feel like that's okay, because I feel like
gift bag,
I never really had a Valentine. Let me not say that, because I've never had a Valentine, but I feel like last year I had one. But
I never feel like I had a Valentine, but last year I had one.
I feel like I had one last year, but before that, I know I've never had one before. Besides, I was in 5th grade.
So how did that Valentine's Day turn out?
I don't remember. That's why I don't.
Damn,
it wasn't
lit?
like somebody I was dating where we hung out or we went on a date. It wasn't even. Somebody might have just gave me something because, I said I never had a Valentine. Well, technically, that really wasn't my Valentine, technically. Because when I say my Valentine, I feel like me and you should be going. I'm fucking lying. I'm fucking lying.
Because I'm like,
I had a Valentine, like.
Okay.
Maybe like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was working at this place and I was working with somebody and he ended up being my boyfriend. And I forgot. He got me a whole fucking. The first piece of like Michael Kors jewelry that I got. Like, he got me a Michael Kors bracelet. Like, I fucking forgot. But you know why I forgot? Because when my birthday is February 19th. Okay. So when he got me that, he tried to combine the F. This is for Valentine's Day and your birthday. So to me, I had never had a Valentine. So Valentine's Day, I'm not tripping over. So if I had to pick which gift this is going to go to, I'm going to say my birthday.
So why he just split the gifts up? Just give you one.
And we didn't hang out on
Valentine's.
Valentine's. And like I saw him on Valentine's Day.
Then that wasn't a Valentine.
A Valentine.
You gotta go out.
So I've never had a Valentine.
So you've never gone out to dinner on Valentine's Day?
No.
All right, I'm taking you out for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
We going out to dinner and we going front like we dating just for that night. And then you taking your ass home and I'm going to bed. You are allowed to smoke that night. That's it.
Oh, because I was going to smoke anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you're allowed to smoke with me that night. That's cool. You can smoke in my car. It's cool. But
see, I don't smoke in cars. I don't like that.
That's genius.
When people drive past me and they smoke, even when their windows are up, I still smell it in my car. When you're walking outside, I still smell it.
True.
And me, I'm sorry. Again, I am not going to get pulled over by the police. I have a very clean record. I'm not going to jail. I'm not even going to be standing outside talking to police because somebody around me wants to be.
It sounds like you got some history out here with these.
Yeah, but they're not my friends anymore, so it's all a part of growing. And
yeah, you had a wild team back in the day.
I did.
You had a wild team back in the day. They was pretty wild. But
as I've been learning from my guy Jay Claxton, watch my circle, keep my circle tight. And those who should not have been around me, they weeded themselves out. I didn't even have to do anything.
Notice how women listen to light skinned niggas. They don't listen to brown skinned niggas.
Exactly. Light skin is the right skin.
How many times I give this speech and niggas just ignored me? Yeah, fat man, we hear you. Whatever. So we up out of here. I thank you so much, Brynie, for your time and your talent
having me.
And your awesomeness. And I hope I win at the awards ceremony. But I love the fact
speaking of it, let's plug it in. Make sure y'all go to BaltimoreMediaCoalition.com and vote for everybody who is not. Well, you can't vote for everybody, but
choose the person you want to vote for.
Plenty of categories.
Vote for Brynie G for personality of the year.
Best personality. Woo,
hello. You know what? And I didn't know whether or not you had did the Industry Weekly all last year. So I didn't know.
It's funny because like the Baltimore Music Awards, my show was nominated for Radio Show of the Year for 2018.
Right.
I never broadcasted the Industry Weekly at all that year.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. That's the only reason why I didn't put it in, because I was like, I don't remember there being any episodes or whatever.
Right.
But I knew you had been on radio and you had been on a bunch of stuff because you had did a show on 1500. Was it the Smooth?
The 1500 Smooth.
Right.
And then I got with dtlr in February.
Right. So I knew you were doing both of those. So I was like, yo, gotta put you in for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
But those who have been waiting, just hold tight. I can't promise. I'm still trying to figure out. I want to bring the Industry Weekly back, but I'm still trying to figure out the avenue for it. I know right now that I'm really set on doing it as a blog. I started YouTubing it, like doing interviews with people, putting on YouTube.
I saw the one you did with Ron and that other little hot chick that came right after.
Kayana Marie.
Yeah, she was cute.
Yes,
she was a
little cutie.
Shout out to you, Sean.
But it was a lot, like trying to get like people's schedules, like can you do this day? Can you do this day? Can you do not? And where I live at now, for the time being of why I'm there, 'cause I'm getting ready to move. But I live in this building. It's called City Arts, and it's made for people who are involved in the arts. There's a lot of free space to use in their different rooms. So that's why I got the idea. Like, I could sit in these rooms, just bring my camera, put it on a tripod. And again, I've been a person where I want to do everything on my own. Record it myself, or then I'm done. I go edit it myself. I got my little mic in a chair, put the audio to the video. Then I got to upload it. It'd be a whole lot. It'd be taking me sometimes days to do it.
Yeah.
And then when I got everything else going on, and then Jay want me to bring my camera to the studio to get footage while we on air, and it's like I gotta go home and edit that too. Then if this little Sally want to book me over the weekend to come and cover the event, and it's like, why am I complaining, right?
Facts.
This is what I asked for, but it could be a lot.
It's a lot.
It just shows you that, again, when you get to where you trying to be, that's really when the work really kicks in. It really tests you. Is this what I really am I able to own up or meet to where this level where I want it to be? Can I actually do what I need to do to stay there?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's
where I'm in.
But you
now.
doing it though. You doing it like, and you make it look easy. And you out here doing the photo shoots with the Yasmines and the all that shit. Yeah.
And when I started radio, I never did eye candy shoots again.
And you told me I'm never doing it anymore. I am past that point, Jay. And then
I'm rebranding. I'm a different.
Then I went on Instagram like, wait a minute, is this some Flashback Friday stuff? Like, oh, this is new.
I just realized that I can still be
you can still
a person that I can still inspire people and still be sexy at the same time.
Yes, you can be a beautiful woman and be intelligent. Yes. It's possible. Yes, we love both. I just tell, like, the same thing I told Raven all the time. I said there's a time and a place though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, say if you're doing some business stuff, like, don't come in with the yams out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just keep trying to be sexy but be conservative at the certain time, and then you can be totally a different other way,
right?
You know, another time. So like, you know, it's the same thing with me. Like, there's gonna be times when I'm gonna be suited and booted, and there's gonna be sometimes I'm out here with the ashy legs and the house shoes and the, you know what I mean? That's just the way it is.
Lay back.
So like, you know, I'm happy that you've become more comfortable with yourself and being comfortable with your path and what you were blessed with, because you got 10,000 followers now.
Yes.
I barely cracked 2,800. You feel me? Like if I had the 6-pack, I'd be out there with no clothes on.
See,
all year round. I'd be out there with fur.
But I still get all my the majority of my likes when I'm
working.
Yeah. No. Yeah. When I'm posting in pictures. When
the yams is out?
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. You don't understand, man. I be on your page,
when
man.
I post my picture with Wiz Khalifa, y'all don't like it that much as y'all did when
I give a damn about Wiz Khalifa. Where them yams at? That's
See?
what I'm saying. Thank God for the yams, man. What are you talking about, man? You know how many girls ain't got the yams? You know how many girls don't have it?
Look, all I gotta do is get to the gym, do some squats.
They don't want to get off the couch.
Like I won't even go to the gym and do some squats. I need to, because my
Your
butt
genetics.
is like my butt not even. If you really pay attention, like, look, I'm about to give you all the whole tea about my butt. My butt is not even like big. My butt is like not big like how I want it to be. My butt is like wide and it's like long.
Right.
But like how some girls' butts are big because it like sits, like it's like round butt.
Yeah,
my butt not like that. But I want my butt to be like bow. So me, like, I need to go to the gym so I can do some squats. I can make it sit up some. For me, I'm not about to go to the gym. I'm so lazy. Jay gets on me about that every day. When you gonna start going to the gym? It's about your health. You know, it's not about your mind. You know, you gotta have it all on. I just be like,
yeah. I was thinking about how asking to work with Jay. I don't want to do that. You're not gonna come in and tell me to hit the gym every day, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna work. I'm not.
Hey, light skin, you focused on being light skin. I'm gonna ask you when you gonna darken up. If you gonna ask me to lose weight, I'm gonna ask you to darken up. If you really become black, I'll really become skinny. Like, that's how we gonna have to do it. But anyway, I'm just messing around. But where can they follow you?
Oh, it's easy. You can follow me on Instagram at Brynie G. That's BRYNIE. Not Brittany, not Brandy. Everybody like to call me that from dtlr, because a lot of them, they hear me before they don't follow me already. So like, while most people from Instagram who like tune to my show, they already follow me, so they already familiar with me. But in this type of platform, they hearing me before they ever know what I look like or know my Instagram or anything. So when they hear me say my name, they be calling, "Hey, what's up, Brynie G?" I be like, "It's Brynie, BRYNIEG." So yeah, Brynie, like Bryn. That's my real name, Bryn E.G. baby.
Okay, and your YouTube channel.
Brynie G.
I thought it was Industry Weekly.
It was that at first, but then I wanted to brand myself more over the brand that I had.
I understand.
But then at the end of the day, that's always going to be my baby. So I've been actually debating in my head about taking it back. Because there's other stuff I'm getting ready to start doing on YouTube, too, that I feel like would be better just going underneath of a brand umbrella than Industry Weekly.
Well, we'll talk more about that off air. Because, like, sometimes it's great, but then sometimes it's not. And only because of the damn city we in and some of the politics. Anyway.
Politics.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having
and being
me.
Such a gracious interview.
Thank you.
Awesome, yo. My nigga. Don't forget to vote for her. Don't forget to follow her. Don't forget to support her. And don't forget to watch her videos, man. Her interviews are dope. They're definitely funny. I wish you had recorded more of your radio shows because you used to have some wild ass shows, bro.
I know.
You be wild on the radio. So I can't wait for you to get back on air and get back to the wildness. I mean, I love the J. Claxton, Brynie G hybrid, but there's a certain rawness that came with Industry Weekly that you just ain't got no more. And the smooth R&B version of Brynie G still ain't the same.
Right.
You know what?
That means I gotta bring it back, y'all.
I didn't even ask you about your time on 1500. All right. I gotta ask you about real quick because I know you gotta go. What is it like at 1500?
1500 is awesome. It's awesome. 1500 is a brand where I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like it's a feeling. It's a feeling of 1500, and it's really like at 1500, nobody and no show was really above or over another show, but it's like everybody comes together to push 1500, and it's like a lot of shows that were on other platforms. All right, it's my last shot. This is my last shot in this interview. All right,
do what you do.
So there was another platform that had like a lot of shows. Shit, Crown. Crown had a lot of shows, right? And when I left, I'm not going to say like, oh, it was me that when I left, everybody came in. It wasn't even that. But sometimes when things are just authentic and genuine, you can't help but to attract other authentic and genuine stuff along with it.
Right, exactly.
And when stuff is not authentic and not genuine, it's not long before other people see it.
Facts. So
it was actually a part where people at Crown were, and this happened with you. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
This happened with y'all too, where they were to them they thought they were being strategic and trying to come at all the shows and try to pull all the shows to their side. But in the process of you doing that, you didn't realize what you were doing, but you let people see for themselves like what it really was, and then everybody started kind of like trickling out, and a lot of them came to 1500, but when people got to 1500, we would all talk about it. We began this laugh of this hashtag just a space. And that came about because, I'm like, Philly do his own interview on this, but I'm gonna plug it in. Just a space came about because for Crown, they thought that they were using that as a tactic to kind of pull people in. Oh, well, we had a whole building, 1500, they just a space. But you did that. And it created, we use it as a hashtag, or we just a space. Now it's up in the studio, just a space. Because even though we just have a space, collectively we are more than just a space.
Right.
And when I was at Crown, you go in, you do your show, when your show is over, you get out. We might have meetings that people don't really come, everybody not coming to. But it's just like, at 1500, they have a quarterly meeting, everybody's coming to it. We discussing stats, but overall what we can do to improve the station. They giving awards out. This is the most funny, or this personality, you've been named as this, or we see y'all weren't really doing too good last season, but we see y'all growth in y'all show. And it's just kind of that kick you need to, if you was feeling a little it gave you what you needed to, let me keep going. And I just feel like everybody that's involved in 1500, I hate when I be doing it, 1500, like, you know, when that Baltimore Doug come out. But everybody a part of 1500, I don't know. It's just like, it's for real. It's just like, it's a feeling. It's a feeling.
it's a movement.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know what I'm
more
saying?
than just a space.
It's definitely love, man. Like I love Phil. Like I remember when Phil started out with us, and like he built and he moved on and created his own thing. But he told me from the beginning that's what he wanted to do. So like, you know, and then from time to time we would see each other, or he would come through the station, and I would, you know, we would talk and just whatever. You know how me, I'm free. I'll give, if you need information or help or whatever, and that's all I wanted. Like, and he would be like trying to be like, oh, it's VVC versus 15. I'm like, man, let's not even worry about that. Like, get to the money, man. Focus on building what you need to build so you could be bigger and better for the future. So like, I'm so happy to see 1500 where they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and to see that, like, my biggest thing was I wanted y'all to have a stable home or a stable place where y'all could grow and make something happen. Whether it was me or whether it was somebody else, as long as y'all were being treated fairly, everybody got the love that they needed. You know what I mean? And of course, I wish it could have been, you know, VVC, but like, life has this way of doing what it's got to do. You know what I'm saying? And we're all going to continue to grow, but I'm happy that, I love the way 1500 is moving. I love it. Like, when I started the coalition, and I swear to God, I didn't know he had that many damn shows. Yeah. Like, he was telling me, he was trying to be humble. Yeah, G, I got some shows. I got the. But then when I just started seeing all of these shows start following the page, and I'm like, damn, that's 1500 too. Damn, that's 1500 too. Like, okay, I'll take it. I had to hit his phone. Like, Phil, you doing your thing, my nigga. Like, you got a lot of shows. He was just like, yeah, you know how he be trying to be cool. Yeah, you know I'm working out here. Like, nah, nigga, nah, stop the humble shit. Like, you doing your thing. So I'm real proud of him. And like, I remember him being super proud when you came over. And he was like, yeah, I got Brynie, you know. I'm like, yo, just make sure niggas get what they need. You know what I mean? Make sure they get that push, that support. You know, and if I can tell anything, is like, I'll be like, yo, you an Aries like me. So just don't let your anger get the best of you. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be frustration, I guarantee. Yeah. Like, you know, at first he wasn't hearing me, but then months later he called me back like, yeah, it was some shit you was. I like, I told you, bro, just be cool. As long as you can maintain that business mind and be fair to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can win. You know, and that's what it's all about. Like, we are like me and some other people, we the new OGs, I guess. And I really take that to heart, because I want to make sure that if I can lead, or if I can open doors, let me do that. Right. Because nobody doing that for me. Like, even now, like, there are so many people that I show love to, and I'm in a space now where I be begging niggas for little whatever, and some people want to come through, some people don't. But I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I want to be like, if you work hard, I see you work hard, and I see you create content. I feel like if you're deserving of getting to that next level, I'm gonna make sure I can put you in that person, put that person in that place. Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember being in the office with Sean Caesar, like, before Raven and all them came on. He would ask me, like, who are the littest people? I would be like, yo, Ray, J Hill. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, Industry Weekly, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are the names that I would constantly drop, because I'll be like, y'all were the ones that was doing it the biggest. Like, putting that investment, flyers, events, videos. Like, y'all was going all out. Whereas other people, I would be like begging them to, yo, do a flyer for your show. Please. Like, do something. And they would just be like, I'll get around to it. And you'd be like, your show ain't never going to go or grow if you don't invest. If you don't put, You know what I'm saying? Like, Brynie got her own backdrop, motherfucker. Like, yo, get your, come on, nigga. And niggas would not let me put that up in the Crown Station. They would not let me put that up. And as the last shot, we had to give Brynie her own wall, nigga. The last shot, where is Crown now? Cease and desist. No, I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Yo, that was my last. If I'm gonna say anything about Crown, my only ever shot, I've never spoken on this ever publicly, but is I don't have no problem with that platform, but I definitely didn't like how they treated people. Like, you know what I'm saying? From the, like, I'm a platform, I'm a business. You don't need to go and down my business to try to get new business. You don't need to do that. You know, why would you lie and do all of this crazy stuff? That upset me a lot, because you don't know, my biggest thing was, you don't know what I went through to build my platform. Right. So why would you spend all of this time trying to destroy something that somebody spent their lifetime building? You know, why would you come at the Phil who spent so much time and investment building his just by being petty? Like, yo, if you really that good, people gonna find out.
Yeah, and karma is a bitch, and she really is
karma
real.
is a
She come
motherfucker.
around.
Like I see this nigga around sometimes,
I don't.
and he don't approach me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's cool because I really don't want to handle conversations. I don't want no violence and nothing like that. But my thing is like, why? Like my issue be. Because niggas wanted me to run up on him a couple times, and I was like, no, like, why? What's the point of that? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he need to, hopefully, he'll wake up one day, you know what I'm saying, that the owner will wake up and realize, like, all the mistakes he made and all of the potential relationships he killed. Right. He could have been friends. Like, if he had known, like, we all cool people. Like, believe it or not, me, Phil, Diamond K, the dude that owns Street Legal, the person that owns WMSK, I'm homies with all of these people. Like, we all homies. We call each other and talk, and we all gonna be doing business together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Frank Johnson.
That's how it should be.
You know what I'm saying? WPB with April. Like, I'm cool with all these people. There's no beef. Like, they can call me for anything. I can call them for anything. Right. And that's how it should be. It don't need to be no drama and no beef and no like, nah, yo, that's that young kid stuff. Like, that's grown.
Like, to me, like, if I'm seeing people planning an event and I see somebody post a flyer hosted by Raven Paris, and I hit you up, no, you shouldn't get Raven to host that. You should let me host that. Let me host that for you. I do it for you for a cool 150. Right, you know, right. I could do it like no, like that wasn't for me. If it was for me, they would have came and asked me for that. Facts. And that's just another thing, like with 1500, like it's just that feeling. And fact. How the fact that I'm not even really on 1500 no more live, but I still feel like I'm still 1500. Like right. I think it's still in my bio that it says I'm a radio personality for 1500, and I stopped doing 1500 smooth because I picked up I started bartending in the evening on Sundays, so I couldn't do it no more. Mm-hmm. But it was like, you know, still shout out to 1500.
For real. And I always felt like y'all are part of VVC Radio. Yeah. You, Ray, Phil, everybody. They all family. Like, and it's cool. It should be like that. Right. It should be a family. Because we all came up fucked up together. Mm-hmm. Yes, we all had our good times and our bad times. We all overspent or, you know what I mean, just trying to get where we are. So, like, it's just a blessing. So, anyway, I'm done, yo. Please make sure y'all do y'all research, man. Follow this young lady. Make sure that y'all support her events. Make sure that y'all tune in to her on DTLR Radio. What is it, 5 to 8?
5 to look. You said me go blank. 5 to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday.
I apologize. Monday 5 to 9, Monday through Friday. DTLR Radio. Download that DTLR Radio app. Yes. Or go into the sneaker store, buy you some sneakers, and listen to her like while she in the car. You know what I'm saying? And if you got business opportunities, hit her up. She does hosting. Yes. You know what I mean?
If you want to drink, I do make drinks too. I have a brand liquor-ish, like liquor, everything that got liquor and liquor-ish. I make treats too that got liquor in them too. For real? I'm a bad bartender. Yes. I had the popsicles out over the summer. And yes.
You know what? I had something for you, but I forgot. We got other business we got to do. But make sure y'all come out to the Media Impact Awards. She will be presenting. Yes. She is
winning, hopefully.
And she'll more than likely be whooping my black ass because I'm not good looking enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm the illest radio personality to ever live, but yes, I'm not the most popular. I ain't even gonna lie to niggas. Like, you way more popular than me out here, so well deserved.
I look better too.
You do. Well deserved.
Easier on the eyes.
Easier to listen to, easier to watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely 100% agree with you. I'm not gonna debate that at all. Yeah, we got some more. We gotta do something together, yo. We gotta do an event or something together, just to patch up old times, nigga. We gotta get something popping. Yes. You know what I mean? I've been trying to get this beach party back popping. Maybe you should help me with that.
A beach party? That sounds fun.
BBC used to do a beach party every year. We did it like 4 years straight, and then like things got so busy once all of the shows started popping, we could never like get the details together. But right, I mean, like we should do it this year. Like really. Okay. It was just like we would go. We had the tables. People, like, everybody would bring food, and I would just cook food. We had music, and we just had, like, mad games and stuff like that. Like, you know, we would play volleyball, whatever, and then get drunk, you know, because you ain't supposed to have liquor in the park, but I bring liquor to the park. Fuck it. Right. And we turn up. And, you know, you can smoke.
That sounds fun.
You know, so I'm thinking we should just turn up this year, yo. Do a little easy, like, party. You bring the girls, I bring the food and the liquor. I think I
can handle that.
You got a lot of them.
I can handle that.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't have a lot of. Look, I don't. See,
you cut them off.
They didn't cut themselves off. Okay.
Oh no.
Look at God. By the grace of God, everybody in my circle right now, they need to be there. They are there because God strategically placed them there for me. They inspire me. They motivate me. They push me to stay on my shit, to get on my shit, to do better, to be better than I was yesterday.
Blessings on top of blessings. So we out of here. Check y'all later. All right, Hot 410, vvcradio.com. This is the warm up. That's Brynie G. I'm your boy JS Wanna Supply. Out. All right.